If you look at our planet system to the galaxy, you will find out it is mechanistic. It looks like, our galaxy is running on mechanism. There is, what God created there is actually something that, unimaginable. We know that NASA tells us about it, but I don't believe in the information they gave to us, because they also told us that we have 4 cardinal points. Let's think about it. They told us about our planet system. They told us that the Earth is rotating around the sun, that every other planet rotates around the sun, that the sun is in the middle, which in my own research, I dispute it, because the Earth does not rotate. The Earth does not rotate. What rotates is this. What rotates is this. What is covering the Earth, and it is rotating. This is actually, what this thing is depicting is what you call the equator. The equator, there is actually something like when you get to your wall clock right now, get to your wall clock. That is our planet system. In your wall clock, especially if you have the oldest wall clock, that is our planet system. Let's use logic. What is in the middle of the wall clock that moves the hand of the seconds? Isn't it a tiny little pin that moves around, that moves the clock hands? Now, that tiny little pin is what you see here. That is the tiny little pin. That is the magnetic field. Magnetic field, which brings about equanimity between our planet system and every other planet. This is the equator, the center of equator. So this is the one that rotates, not our planet. The top is the one rotating through this needle, which is powered by electricity. The electron that is produced from nitrogen, and probably the proton that is produced by helium, is the one rotating this thing, because this, on top of these places, we have our moon, we have our sun here. They are rotating. This is rotating those things. Our planet is stationed. If they could lie about these things, what else could they not lie about? We only have the South Pole and the North Pole. Now you come to our map. They turn our map upside down. So these are the things these people has been lying to us about. Our map is upside down. Look at, if this is a camel or if this is a dragon, does dragon face the ground? They turn it upside down. There are many secrets they have reading from us so that we don't decipher. This our map suggests that our Garden of Eden is somewhere here. Our Garden of Eden is somewhere here. It is not somewhere here because this place is dry. In the Middle East is dry. The Garden of Eden is somewhere here. Close to the Congo, Congo is somewhere here, right? Congo is somewhere here in the heart. This is Congo. I'm going to set up this map to show you the position of our map that depict the 2 cardinal points that exist before the adding of all these cardinal points. North is not always on the top. North cannot be on the top. Look at this animal. An animal, can it be turned upside down? How long is it going to take it to survive? That is to show you that African has been turned upside down and we cannot breathe because we are bleeding from our eyes, nose, and mouth. Because the people who turned us upside down, they continue to lie to us and we continue to believe that the upside down they have turned us is helping us. Now, against the order of the nature, everything they have done is against the order of the nature. That is how damn serious it is. That's why I might sound emotional talking about it. It is not just my emotion. It is about the truth. Okay, let's try to bring our map. Let me try to see if I can bring this map. Okay, this is the position of our map. This is the right position of our map. If this is an animal, whatever animal this is the position of it. Whichever animal this is the position of this animal. Animal does not face the ground except if they want to drink water or if they want to eat food. This is the position of our map. Even if this is a camel, camel is always facing up. This is the real position of our map. But they took this animal and turned it upside down. Just think about it logically. We don't need rocket scientists to tell us that this is invalid. Animal turned upside down. Think about it. This is the real position of our map. Now we need to decipher exactly where is the North Pole, where is the South Pole, because there is nothing like East. Here is the poles. Here are the poles. Because if we go here, if I want to depict our Earth, if I want to create our Earth here, let me just give you a little analysis of our Earth. Let me just create what our Earth looks like so that you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now let me bring this thing up. I don't like working with straight lines because there are no straight lines in nature. There are no straight lines in nature. Let me show you. What we find in nature is waves. It is waves. So let me see if I am going to draw something that will maybe make you remember. If ever you understand that you have believed in this world so many times. Let's see. Let me show you this. Okay. This is here is our sphere, the shape of the Earth. Now let's create the curvature of our mantle. Here is our mantle. Forget about all these things. Forget about everything here. Focus on here. I want you to focus here. This is our mantle. There must be equality. What you see here is the center. That's why you see straight lines. Otherwise, these straight lines are not important. They are just used to measure the center and to find the equanimity between whatever you are creating. That is the reason why you will see these straight lines appearing. Now, let us find the cover. Let's find the cover to create our bubbles that is iced up by the helium that is you find in the atmosphere. Let's find the cover. I'm trying to show you what our planet Earth look like. Now, this is what our planet Earth look like. Here is our planet Earth. Now, if you want to find this planet Earth, because when I actually got my hand to this flower of life, it changed the way I see things. It changed the way I see things. What you see here is the flower of life. It is the flower of life. Now, this is our planet Earth. Every angle must be equal. Every angle on the sphere must be equal. Now, this is our center, which is the center of the equator. There is, North Pole, there is South Pole. We do not have East or West. North Pole, South Pole. So if this is a wall clock, this is the needle. This is the needle in your clock that moves the second hand that moves the hour hand, that moves the minute hand. This is the needle, right? What moves inside the clock is the needle, not the clock. So there is no way you will tell me that our planet is orbiting around the sun, just like we were told. Our planet is orbiting around the sun. It does not happen. What is rotating the sun and the moon here? Let me bring the sun and the moon. Let's bring the sun and the moon. If you doubt my theory, go and actually create your own theory. Because I have been wondering and I've been researching about these things to find out exactly what is the meaning of our earth is moving, but we can't feel it. Then I came to look at it. Look at this. This is the sun and the moon. Let me actually put it in a good position where it should be. Then I want you now to understand the relationship between our planet, ourselves, and this flower of life. This is our sun and the moon. On top, they move in sequence. They move in sequence when this one moves until and settle here, because the sun rises from the north and sets in the south. It does not rise in the east and set in the west. No, it rises from the north and sets in the south. Whenever the sun is rising, look towards the north, but where they call the east today, you will be seeing the reflection of that sun coming as if it is coming from the east, but it is from the north. So if you look at the, what you have today as a 4 cardinal points, you will say the sun is rising from the northeast. The sun rises from the north and sets in the south. So when the sun rises here, sets here, here becomes during the day, then the moon rises here and sets here, here becomes during the night. That is why you have global south and global north. That is the cardinal point we have, north and south. So if this is our earth, this is the center of, this is the equator. There is a needle that is powered by electrons that rotate all these two things. The earth is stationary. That is part of the lies they told us. Now, when you come to the flower of life, let's bring this flower of life to it. Let me enlarge it. This is the real Star of David. What you call the flower of life is the real Star of David. It is not what you will see today as a triangle overlapping each other, or what you call the viscous piscus. It is overlapping like viscous piscus. It is not the Star of David. The Star of David is complete in the flower of life. And I am going to give you a secret that you are going to actually discover from the flower. I'm going to give you a secret. Our world is being controlled by a bunch of liars. They continue to lie to us as if we cannot reason for ourselves. That's why they continue to lie to us. Now, look at the flower of life. Think about what I have drawn here. I know that it is under the flower. Think about what I have drawn here. This is my drawing. Think about it. Let's see the flower of life. Think about this as an equator. Think about here as an equator. The center of equilibrium. That is here. These circles that are overlapping each other, this is a magnetic field that is created in the middle that moves these flowers, that moves these things. It does not move this circle, but it moves things that is inside this circle. Now, you can actually see the origin of magnetic field, microchip. is what you find here. Microchip, magnetic field is what you find here. Because here is where it creates the equanimity. Everything is intertwined. When we come to our electronics, you have a microchip in the middle of your computer panel, in the middle of your TV panel, in the middle of your radio panel. There is a microchip that brings about, magnetic field. It creates a magnetic field here. Every current submit and discharge. So when you come to human being, you find the heart. The heart is like a magnetic field. The lungs pumps the blood, goes to the heart, which is the valve, or even though you know it as being the heart being a pump, but it's a valve. So it pumps the blood. The lungs is actually the pump. The heart is the valve. It pumps the blood and it distributes it to their location according to its demand. Just like magnetic field distributes current according to its destinations and the demand. Now, everything is intertwined, is connected to each other. This is our earth. This is our earth. Then there is a moon and the sun orbiting around it. Our earth is stationed. This is not the sun. Earth does not move. Let me show you this is a clear indication of what we are talking about. Let me open the earth and see if I can show you. This does not move. And every other planet is beneath our planet. Just like your wall clock. When you see a wall clock, you will understand our planet system, because the lie has been too much. They've been lying to us, and it is up to us to figure it out ourselves. And that's exactly what we are trying to do. If you see here is our earth. There is a flat plane here. This is the center of equilibrium. This is where the sun and the moon stays and moving around. That is it. What you see here, moving around each other. Our earth does not move. The relationship between our earth and every planet is the center of equilibrium. That is the relationship between our earth and every other planet. They are connected to each other. They are all connected with each other. So, the reason why we are actually touching on all these things is to show you that everything that we've been told is a lie. And they continue to lie and maintain their lies in the name that we are so dumb because we cannot read, we cannot research. Everything we do, it's all about, waiting for people to teach us. Even people who will take us into, send us into a state of confusion. They are the people who has been teaching us all these things. And there is no way you will be able to remember and make use of these things and, use it to be creative. If you understand those people in Africa that are actually producing or manufacturing things or inventing things, those people who does not have anybody's support in Africa that is manufacturing things, they are not, you might find out that some of them did not go through this Western education. Some of them did not go to school, and some of them did not know mathematics, but they are able to create things that is working. That's why when they create our map, they turn our map upside down just like this. This is the way they gave us this map, right? This is the way they gave us this map. It is not only our map that is upside down, no. It is not only our map that is upside down, but for now, look at this map and ask yourself, logically, is it the way our map is supposed to be? Is there any animal that faced the ground? So think about it. Okay, in this our map, this is Middle East. This is Iraq somewhere here. Here is Asia. If you go beyond this, you go into Asia. This is somewhere in Middle East. Iraq is somewhere here. Iraq is somewhere here. Israel is probably somewhere here. Now, in this Middle East, this is Somalia. This is where the Somalia is, the Horn. Ethiopia here. Somalia, Ethiopia, and then you see Egypt and the Sudan. Egypt and Sudan. Now you ask yourself, Egypt and Sudan were one country, right? Here you see Gambia. Here you see Gambia. They also lied to us about the land mass. That's exactly something that is, they lied to us about the land mass. If you Google about the size of African land mass, they will tell you it's around 32 something million square kilometer. 32 point something million square kilometer, but our land mass is surpassed 60 million square kilometer. When I measured it, surpassed 60 million square kilometer. And I did not measure it with accurate number, just to be politically correct, because if I measure it with accurate number, our land mass is more than 72 million square kilometer. We are not including Middle East. We are not including this. We are not including this place, which is called Madagascar. This is Madagascar. We are not including this. We are not including this. From Somalia to Gambia, it's around 11,000 kilometers, but we give it 8,000 to be politically correct. From here to here, Somalia to Gambia, we give it 11,000. It is 11,000 or 12,000, but we call it 8,000. From Cairo to Cape, this is in Egypt. This is Cape Town in South Africa, right? This is Cape Town in South Africa. Cairo to Cape, you give it around 13,000 kilometers. 13,000 kilometers. Then length times width. Those who did geometry. Length times width. You times it. It gives you about 62 million square kilometers. But if you give it the accurate number of the measurement, that is from here to here and here to here, it gives you about 72 million square kilometers. But Google it now. Our land mass is one of the, is the second after Asia. Is second after Asia. Then you ask yourself, why all this lie? Take your map and turn your map. It is not possible like this. This is not our map. This is not our map. It is not like this. It is not. This is our map. This is the right position of African map. You see, these people are part of the head of the animal. They move off. It is during, I believe it is during the time of deluge that all this, separation happened. All this separation happened. People who are here are the same people who are here. You see, people from here, from this area, they are the same people. That is what you call the Fube and Tutsis, the Fulanese. They are in Congo. They are in Rwanda. Where they are, there is no peace. People from here, they're supposed to, they came from here. They gave birth to people that are here. But these people that are here oppress the people that are here. These two people, the action, they call themselves, there was a time they were called the Action Empire. The Somalia and the Ethiopia, they were here. That's why they can claim that they are here, because they are the owner of this area before the invasion. And these two people actually brought religion to Africa. The Tutsis and the people of Ethiopia. Ethiopia actually promoted Christianity, while Somalia promoted Islam. That's the way it is in our history. And they are the same people. Most of them, it is some of the problem you have most in African countries. It is all emanating from these two areas. Look at Nigeria. Look at where Nigeria is. Nigeria is somewhere here. Nigeria is somewhere here. The position of Nigeria is here. And then here, this area is Spain. If you go this side, is Spain. Now, you see here, you will find Morocco, is it Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria is Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria is within this area. Then you get Senegal. Senegal here. Senegal is somewhere here. So, this is our map. The true map. So that means South Africa is in the north. South Africa is in the north, while Egypt and whatever they may call it here is in the south. South Africa is in the north, Egypt in the south. That's the way it is. So they were trying to hide the Garden of Eden that is within this area. Trying to hide the Garden of Eden that is within this area. These people, they have time. They took their time to lie to us. They took their time. It took them centuries to filter these lies. It took them centuries to change the names written in books. It took them centuries to change the book's narratives, the documentations. It took them centuries to do that. And they were able to do it. And today, the men lie and the